All right, so now let's take a look. We're going to be looking at question 7 and 8. It says find the coordinates of point H on GI such that the ratio, the part to whole of GH to GI is 1 to 2. Okay. Some people are like, what in the world? Okay, so there's 2 points, G and I, which we can see, right? I want to find the coordinates of point H, which is somewhere in between. Somewhere in between. So to have an idea, it could be this point, this point, this point, somewhere in between, right? So the H is somewhere in between G and I, such that the ratio is 1 to 2. So imagine 1 to 2 as a fraction, 1 to 2. So the distance between G, from G to I, because it says right here, from GH to GI. So if I was to travel from G to I will travel the half. I will travel one half. So I have an idea. It's somewhere over here, right? So somewhere over here, I want to say. I'm not exactly sure where, but that's the idea. Okay. So let's see. How am I going to do this? Slope. Think of slope, right? Remember, the slope is the distance. It guided us. So let's imagine if I was going to go this way, because I'm going to travel from G to I, I'm going to break the whole distance because I'm going to create a triangle here. So I'm going to do this side. I'm going to break it into 2 parts, and I'm going to use one of those parts, which is the half, right? So there, I broke it into 2 parts, and I'm going to use one of those parts. Okay, so that's going to be the length that I'm going to need. Now, how about on this other side? The distance between -6 and 10 is 16, right? So I need to count 8. So let's see, I'm going to break it into 2 parts. And see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I cut it in half. And I'm going to use one of those two. I'm going to use the half. Okay, so let's see. Here, it's going to tell me I go here. Good. That's my midpoint then. What are the coordinates of this point? Isn't it 2, 6? Now, on our homework, when we do our homework, it's going to be like this. We're going to see 2 spaces, and there are 2 values there. I want you to be able to type it in. There's the X value, there's the Y value, but what if you have one of the 2 values right? So I want you to be able to type it in, and then it will grade it, and it will tell you they're both correct, they're both wrong, or which one is wrong. So then you can go back and fix it. So in this case, my coordinates are the X value is 2 and the Y value is 6. Good. Let's take a look at here. Find the coordinates of point H on GI such that the ratio from GH to GI is 2 to 3. So I'm thinking this as 2/3 from G to I. Okay, so let me break this into 3 parts, and I need 2 of those 3 parts. So how many squares are here? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna break it into 2 squares, and I need 2 of those 3 parts. Actually, that's gonna be enough. That's gonna take me already to my point that I need. What are the coordinates of this point? -3 and +2, right? So -3, +2. Easy, right?